Hey guys, BreadGod Gaming here, hope you're having a good day. Today we're playing without any DLC and we're going to play in the 867 start date. We're going to have the default game rules here and I'm going to play as this small tribal chieftain and we're going to try to make him an emperor. More specifically, there's this special decision here to unite the West Slavic Empire, which requires this region here. So it's a pretty big area, but my first goal will be to get the Kingdom of Pomerania and then I'll get these territories slowly. So let's first take a look at ourselves. We're actually pretty lucky. We have good marshal. We have a daughter already, which let's educate. For my daughters, I also always make them intrigue, which she already is. Let's also check our wife. She also has marshal, so that's actually really good. So I will pick my lifestyle. I am going to go for marshal because we're going to be a warlord. We're going to go chivalry for the 5 advantage. Perk wise, Stalwart leader is great because it will reduce our chance of dying as a commander. Courtship's not really useful, but that's fine, we'll take it. Next, let's go and build our military. So first, let me station the men-at-arms we do have. And I'm going to create some more men-at-arms with the prestige I have. Since I'm tribal, we're going to basically use our prestige to create as many troops as possible. And to quickly get prestige, we're going to just raid our neighbors and also create as many titles as we can to get that sweet prestige here and funnel it right back into our military. So one of the men-at-arms I could build are Connie, which are basically stronger light horsemen. They're available to me because of the Connie raids tradition for Pomeranian culture. As a good habit, I also want to just double check they're actually useful to us. What I mean is to check their terrain benefits. So they're better in plains and drylands, but they're worse in hills, mountains, and wetlands. So if I take a look at the map, by pressing Ctrl G, or at the bottom right here, I can go to terrain. I just want to make sure that the terrain that I'm fighting in is going to be relevant to them enough. So these white areas are plains and the green areas are forest, meaning that this Connie troop will just get benefits and suffer no penalties. So these guys are worth making. I'm going to increase the size as much as I can, and we're actually going to use our first gold to go on a hunt in order to get more prestige. So we're going to go for the greenest area for the highest chance. Since we have no DLC, I can't change any of the choices, so let's just get started there. Before I start the timer or anything, let's also take a look at our council. So for my wife, I can actually have her focus on chivalry to give me even more martial. Next, my chancellor is fine as he is on foreign affairs. This will give me prestige. For my marshal, I do want to make sure he's the best one. So if I take a look, we actually have a few other people that are better. So let's go for this champion here who has 10 martial. And instead of being organized army, which just reduces the army maintenance, let's actually go for trained commanders, since this actually has more damage for us, but also importantly, it gives 5% chance to get a free knight or commander. So that's really strong in the early game. For our steward, we also want to make sure he's the best one, which he is. Instead of collecting taxes, I want my guy to increase development, and that's because if we take a look at our capital, right now the development is 4 and it's not going to grow at all. And development's very important for research. If we take a look at the research down here, you'll see it's dependent on development. So since it's so bad, that's why it's going to take like 5 decades. So by increasing development of our county, instead of this being 0 development growth, it's going to have 0.7. For our spy master, let's just make sure she's not crazy. So if we check her AI, she's an evil absolver. And although evil sounds bad, it's actually okay. As long as she's not a blackguard or ravener, then she shouldn't try to just kill us for no reason. And she also kind of likes us a bit, so I think it's fine. So our council here is set. There's nothing else I really need to do, so let's just focus on this hunt. For the hunt choices, I'm going to try to get someone that's 3 out of 5 prestige. Right now this one's only 1 out of 5. This one's 3 out of 5, so that's good. This one's also 3 out of 5 but has greater reduced chance, so let's go for the Vim. I also got a notification I'm head of Pomeranian culture, so let's first go here and select the innovation so I can pick onager. This way eventually in 71 years we'll get the onager men-at-arms, so that way our conquest can go faster. So even if we fail, that's fine, we'll still get some prestige. With the prestige, I'm going to increase my men-at-arms size, and once these guys are fully reinforced, we're going to take them out as raiders. So this is that event that I'm talking about from the train commanders task. So this guy is just going to serve us as a free knight. Alright, so we have max men-at-arms. Let's raise everyone as a raider. Let's check to make sure we're the best commander, which we are. And then we're going to just raid nearby capitals, but we want to make sure that they're weaker than us. So this guy is weaker. This guy is weaker as well. So are these guys. This guy is similar, but you can see it's mostly light footmen, so we should also still be stronger. Although his marshal's pretty good, so he might be a good commander. So let's go for all of those capitals. And the capitals are going to have the most gold. So that one has 15 versus a lot of their holdings now, since it's so early in tribal era, it basically has nothing, so it's usually not worth it. So here's a hostile army. We definitely want to fight that. Any fight is going to be free prestige basically if we win. So this is going to be an easy win, and you'll see we have some free prestige. So this is a raiding event. Since we're the commander, we can get some free loot and also prestige, and we did get a martial perk, so we're going to go chivalric dominance for some knight effectiveness. And then since we have that prestige now, let's keep increasing the size of our men-at-arms. And we do have enough gold for maybe a second hunt. So hunt is ready. Let's also turn on notifications. All right, we're home now, so we're going to take that prestige and increase the size again. All right, everyone's formed up now, and let's raise everyone as raiders. And since everything is kind of raided already, so instead, let's also now pivot to conquering. So let's try to conquer just a county. I'm actually going to change the target to his capital here. This way it can just end a little faster. So we actually captured the daughter. So we take a look at our war score. We had 65% and 10% from the capital, so it can make the war go a little faster. We also get 50 from the heir, but we can actually ransom the heir for money. So he does have 100 gold, which if I ransom the daughter, it's 50. Once the daughter's out, let's see if we can ransom the wife. So we're going to take all the gold from him and his land. So we got that gold. Our war score is now reduced again. We're going to come back and attack him here. And it also looks like we have a faction, probably just some peasants. That's fine. All right, that's an easy win there. So let's take the stuff, and then we can start conquering everyone else near us as well. So let's conquer that. And actually I have enough gold to create the duchy title, but I actually want to wait a bit as long as I can, just because if I win this war, I'll actually get legitimacy. And that's because we're the same rank, versus if I become a duke, then a lot of these guys here are counts, so then I won't get legitimacy for fighting wars. So I'm going to wait as long as I can, and then I'll become a duke. And here's the peasants. We're going to say no thank you. So this one is an event for someone trying to murder me. So we don't want this plush carpet. We want to get rid of it for a little more hostile phase length. And let's actually go to intrigue, and we shall change it to redouble the guards. That way we have less chance of getting murdered. So let's take out the peasants. This guy's actually a pretty strong knight, so let's negotiate his release and recruit him. And that usually only works because he's our faith in our culture. Otherwise, he would have too many penalties. All right, and now we won. Let's just check to see if we captured anyone. So we did capture him, but he's not relevant. So let's end this war. And then let's check the situation. We should be able to ransom that king. So that's good. We got a lot of gold for that. We can actually attack this person. She looks kind of weakened. We could go for a county, and I'll actually just go for this county since it's close to us. And because she's higher rank right now, she's a duke, we'll actually get 100 legitimacy. So another free knight. This guy's pretty strong. He's a great commander and he's giant, so that's awesome. All right, we won that. Let's check for prisoners again. So, and I don't want a hostage right now because I do want to fight her again later. So I'll just take that. So at this point, we are basically overextended. We have like maximum penalties. So now's a good time where we can create that duchy title. So now we are a high chieftain, and because of all of those battles, we actually have pretty good legitimacy now. So that's just one trick for getting higher legitimacy without too much work. So we do want to give some of those titles away. I want to keep the de jure titles of this duchy, so I'm going to give everything else away that's not part of this duchy. So let's give this title away. You can either click this to just get a random noble of your culture and faith. Let's actually pick some obedient ones. So the most obedient are probably going to be craven vassals, which there are none here. Next would be content, which there are none. So we're gonna have to take our chance to just see. Now, this guy is not too bad. He wants to be on the council. He looks to be a pretty good marshal, so let's put him there. All right, and then I do like de jure. So for this one, let's try to give them all to someone. So looks like this champion, we can reward you and you like us. So let's give him that. I have terrible stewardship, so my domain limit is 2 right now. So I'm gonna switch my wife to assist ruler. That should give us 1 more. Because of my high legitimacy, I can become a king already, but I need some gold for a second duchy, so let me conquer the east a bit. So now I can create this duchy title and finally this kingdom title. And that also gives us 1 more domain limit for being a king. So I want to conquer the rest of the de jure kingdom here. So I do want to come back to attacking these guys. So let's conquer this territory. We're going to move our rally point closer to them, and then we're going to raise everyone. There's a big army over here. Let's just take a look. He's got some men-at-arms. Mostly levies. Commander-wise, I saw 28. Over here, it's a 35, so that king is pretty good. So we might not be able to beat him, but we do like battles, so we'll try. So you can see there's a lot of battles that we can take here. Let's take a look. Whoever's coming here is defending. Over here, we're going to lose because there's just too many armies. Let's just wait a few days to see where everyone goes. All right, they're all chilling like right here, so we definitely can't take him out here. We might be able to take him here. There's a tiny army over here. Men-wise, we probably could get a few more. Let's try to raise our men. Alright, we are not that impressive. Still not good there. If I come around, would he mind if I conquer? Also, the way I did that was, if I just right-clicked here, it would path this way, but if I want to go somewhere else, I could right-click, shift, right-click again, it will direct my path. This path is actually a little shorter, so let's do that. Alright, he wants to fight us over there. Unfortunately, we're going to lose that battle, but that's fine. It's not the battle against the actual guy. Let's see how we do. Yeah, he just has way better advantage. So we will just let the battle lose. So we're not going to lose anything though. We actually will kill a small amount and lose an okay amount as well. Let's just take whatever battles we can. So there's a tiny army here that we can probably take out. So that was a little bit of free prestige. Looks like this guy's leaving. We're not sure where or why, but we'll take that. If you're leaving, we're going to take over this county. He's coming back, so let's maybe come over here. All right, he's battling him over here. We're going to just wait. He's coming back onto land for some reason, so let's take advantage of that disembarked penalty. So maybe our advantage will be similar. Our advantage is actually better now, so I don't know what the AI was doing, but that was a big mistake. So we're going to just smash those armies, take this title. Still can't win it though, because this guy has multiple territories. He's up there, but we're just gonna chill here so that we can recover our strength. All right, peasants are complaining. Let's go and destroy them real quick. Okay, that was easy. This guy, pretty good knight, so let's recruit him. And looks like they're back on here, so let's go right back. All right, looks like this guy wants to fight us here. That's fine. They're all going to trickle in, so we should destroy the army here before these reinforcements arrive. Okay, now it's going to be a little more even, so we'll see. Can we raise more guys to help out? We got 2 knights coming to the fray. We have maybe another knight coming to the fray. Okay, we lost that one. That's okay. There's so many people going for this. Okay, but we like battles. Yeah, you'll see that some of the battles will give us prestige, so we're fine with that. And then whatever fight there is, we'll take him out. Over here, we might win that one, so we can catch this guy by himself. His friends are coming though. We can, as long as they trickle in, we'll finish them before reinforcements can arrive. Okay, so that's good. Another army's coming here, so let's fight them. It says we'll lose, but I don't believe that. Okay, so advantage-wise, it's slightly in our favor, so we should win this. Yeah, and we have good amount of men-at-arms. For some reason, that predictor with you as commander is not always correct. So let's just chill here. Since we control this war target, it's gonna just slowly make us win. So we won that one, let's take it. We are defending against this guy now, so if we win against him though, we do get 222 gold, which is good. So we should be able to win this. He's got an army over here that we can take out probably. Okay, he's flying in the water, so let's come back here. There's an army over there. Chase these armies maybe. Defending in forest, but his commander is only 22, and we have way more troops and men-at-arms, so I think we could take him here. Yeah, so our advantage is actually pretty similar. Okay, so we won that war for sure, and we can also demand a hostage if he has one, which he doesn't, but we'll just take that free gold. And we did gain a good amount of fame, and you see those battles before, that's a lot of prestige, so that's nice. Also, this guy, I made a mistake because his territory I want to personally hold, since that's part of the title that I plan to hold for life. So we do want him to go to war against us, so I'm going to try to imprison him, and to do that I need disparate tribes, so let's increase our tribal authority, and we can try to imprison him. Thankfully, we have a righteous reason, so we won't be a tyrant. On decline, it will just be him, so we can definitely fight him. We're going to move our military point closer to his capital. We're going to preemptively raise everyone and then make sure it's ourselves. So our military's there, and then there's the war declaration, and now we're just going to go and destroy him. All right, and we destroyed him, so let's get that free legitimacy. Unfortunately though, I don't have high tribal, which will let me revoke the title. So we'll have to do that in the future. Meanwhile, I'll just wait for this opinion to go away. So in the meantime, I'm going to use the gold and prestige to develop our holdings. So I'm going to first upgrade the tribal hold, since this gives the most amount of tax and levies in one go. And then I'll build some holdings later. The reason why we want our own strength to be good is, if you take a look down here, we have 700 levies for ourselves and 700 from vassals. The amount of personal troops we have here from the peasants plus our men-at-arms is also the number that's going to be calculated for these peasant factions. So when we have a lot of men, we can suppress factions by just being scarier than our vassals. So let's upgrade everything we can. Can't upgrade that one. Let's see if there's any gold. Let's ransom these guys. Just be careful to not ransom our own vassal. And then once we get the gold from the ransoms, let's upgrade the hold again. This one, we can't upgrade it yet, so we'll just wait on gold and prestige. And despite having that offensive war opinion modifier, it doesn't count for raiding, so we can still freely raid. And if I see any battles going on, I'll interfere for some free prestige. And one thing I like to do is the Pope is usually a pretty good farming target. But as we are now, it's going to take a long time to travel down there. So one thing I can do is I'm actually going to take a small county that's nearby him. So let's attack this guy for that county. We're not going to land right on top. We're going to land nearby. And actually this spot might be a little better. Maybe I could just land in the water. You can see he's over here. So let's get on land first. There's this disembark penalty, which is 30 advantage that we lose. We want to wait for this to go away. So 25 days left. Oh, and finally we got a son and heir, so let's educate him. He's probably also going to be a warlord, so let's go marshal. And all right, coming back, let's wait those 7 days, and then we can attack this guy here. And you can even time it where the penalty wears off when the battle will happen, but it's okay, we have enough time. So we destroyed that one army there. We're going to take advantage of the progress. So let's take over this. All right, we won that war. And now it should convert to our defensive war since this guy was also going for the same territory. So now we're defending against him. And if we beat him, we'll again get some gold and a little bit of piety this time instead of prestige. We did win already against him. So let's just take that. And then now I can show you what I mean by farming the Pope. We should be able to just take him out with just men-at-arms. So let's raise men-at-arms. Let's go raiding. Let's change it actually to ourselves. And let's, instead of going for the castle where he gets his advantage, let's go here for his city. And our army size should be small enough that, yep, he wants to come out and fight, but little does he know, he also has no commander. The advantage here is going to be pretty much on our side, versus if we fought here on his castle, he will get defensive bonuses. So we want to fight where he's the weakest. And he made a miscalculation and we just got free prestige and piety. And his troops are going to recover in maybe like a year. So anytime it's available, we'll just come back and get that free prestige and piety. And although I could raid everything else, there's a 5-year cooldown if I raid this holding. And if I raid everything, then the next time I want to come farm him for prestige, I won't be able to. I'll have to wait 5 years. So I wouldn't raid too much, maybe like 2 or 3 holdings, and then you can come back and raid again. All right, we're home, so let's build up our territory now. So let's come here. Between all the tribal buildings, there's only a few. There's these 2 military buildings here, but they're mainly for spearmen, archers, infantry, and skirmishers. And we have light horsemen, so they aren't really relevant. War camps, though, is pretty nice for the knights and knight effectiveness. But down here, instead, I'd rather go for a little bit of prestige income and also trading outposts for the gold income. So we're just going to build gathering halls and trading outposts in our holdings. We also can go high authority, so let's do that. Let's now revoke the titles we want. So we can revoke 1 for being a criminal, and we have a claim on this. So let's first revoke this for his rebellion in the past, and then let's revoke the second one since we have a claim on it. We also won't be viewed as a tyrant, so let's do that. If I didn't have any claims, I could use my bishop to fabricate claims. That way I can revoke it from him without being a tyrant. He does have some gold, so let's ransom him. It's not a lot, so since he's a rival, let's actually just execute him. All right, so we have our whole entire duchy that we want to hold on to forever. So we just gotta make sure everything passes to our kids. Child-wise, it looks like I only have 1 son, which is good for now. If we have a second one, then I'll deal with that as it comes. So we're pretty good on this kingdom. We're slowly building up here. I still have more guys I can max out. In fact, I could use that prestige to do that. All right, so men-at-arms are basically maxed. Next, I'm gonna go for West Slavia and reform my faith. Go for warmonger since we're gonna go to war a lot. We'll do mendicant preachers so we can convert our counties to this faith faster. And then lastly, I'll go legalism just since we're gonna have a big realm. This will help keep our factions under control a little better. For here, I would probably just leave these things alone since it'll cost more to reform it. The only thing I really do like to change is try to have accepted witchcraft, and then maybe for this one to get sky burials for the disease resistance. So that's a lot of piety we need. So we're gonna go learning lifestyle later. I'm also going to work on establishing a tradition. I'm going to go for industrious. This is so that it can let me build watermills and windmills early, but this will only work if I adopt feudalism, so this is a good long-term investment. The other options I have are I could go buy the sword, just so I could go as many holy wars as I can. So let's go on pilgrimages and also raid in between. And over here, we can take a book for 5 gold and get a little safety or become more pious. Although the book is 5 gold, you can actually get piety per month. And if you need gold, you can actually sell it for a profit. So for now, the monthly piety is nice. All right, we're home. Let's immediately go on another pilgrimage. Also, we can vassalize someone. That's a pretty big vassal we can vassalize. That's nice. And I think that might give us enough land. Yep, we can be the king of Poland. And realm-wise, that will mean it'll split into 2. Health-wise, still okay. We do have one more perk, so if we can hang in there for like 4 years, we could just be healthy again. Let's actually host a feast because there's a chance that we can get a health bonus. Okay, we got the health boost, so we should make it in time to get the healthy and also whole of body perks. So that's awesome. Oh no, I got infirm. Health-wise though, we should still be fine because we have those disease resistances. It also looks like our domain limit's not doing so well anymore since we got the infirm trait. So I think I need a better spouse for a domain limit. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to divorce you. And let's look for someone who has better stewardship. You have 16. I need 3 more, so I need to get to 18. So I need someone with 26. That might be a little too high, even if I... Oh wait, there is someone exactly correct. So I will lose some prestige and legitimacy, but I think it's worth it. Also a lot of opinion, but that's fine. Okay, but now that we managed domain, it's perfectly plus 13, so we are very strong. There's a battle here going on. Let's see who this guy is. It's that guy, so okay. Let's raid something he owns. Now he'll be hostile, and then let's destroy him. Let's see if there's another war. Maybe we can interfere here. Yes, we can. So they're at battle, so their armies have to be summoned somewhere. Let's raise everyone, and let's raid them. Let's get our Reaver guys, and let's just look for them. It doesn't matter if I take attrition. We should be strong enough anyways. Oh, here's an army. Alright, and there he is. Let's destroy an army. Let's destroy the other one. So that's a good amount. We're still a little short of 5,000. Alright, we'll create this duchy title, and then we have 5,000, so let's start industrious. Now that we got some free piety, we can actually reform our faith as soon as we capture Kyiv. So let's duchy on Kyiv. And now we can finally reform the faith. We have just enough. So let's double check. So we have sky burials, accepted witchcraft. I keep things criminal in case vassals do stupid stuff, and I have a good reason to imprison them. So that's just free vassal control. The only downside is if your family does stupid stuff, then you might get like a really sinful heir. So let's convert everyone. All right, we have our new faith, and this will help us warmonger a little better. And we also have access to a holy war now because we are organized. So I do want to take advantage of the big wars that I do have. So let me invade one of these guys for, let's say, Moravia. All right, we won that. So let's lay our claim to Bohemia. All right, now that my son is 16, I can actually just swap him for my chaplain here, and this will actually take him out of succession. Then we'll see he's just not eligible anymore. All right, so there's that battle we won. We should have max war score, so we can ransom him for money. He's got a good amount of gold. Let's ransom everyone else. We'll pass a day for the money. So he's ransomed out, but we still are winning. And so let's take that win. All right, progress-wise, we need just a little bit more, like 18 more. Next, let's get Moravia. He is being attacked there and also defending a liberty war with her ally. So our ally here is busy, so we probably could easily do a holy war without too much interference. Well, we finally discovered onager, so it should be much quicker. And so the next one that I can unlock, public works, just so that we have reduced the development penalty. So if we take a look at our steward, there's this existing development penalty, so it should reduce this amount. All right, and easy win here. Let's check to see, we just need 4 more titles and we can become emperor. Okay, I'll be dead in a year, so I'll probably die before this is finished. Oh, that's a huge amount of peasants. All right, we got to back up and stick together. So we're the new king first. Let's go to our council. Let's fill up with our strong vassals. So this guy's Raven and he likes us already. So let's actually make him a spy master. Let's then just fill the rest. And I don't really need the small prestige income. I'll just get whatever opinion I can get. For my wife, I am slightly over my limit. So I probably want to manage domain limit for now. So I do have enough. Once I become an emperor, then I can take it off. So we have our strong vassals happy. This guy's still too weak. Let's take a look at our lifestyle. Health-wise, we're okay. We do have a daughter who's our heir, so let's educate her. We're gonna actually make her a warlord as well. Looks like I have a good amount of perks over here. So let's just go into the learning lifestyle. We'll go for scholarship for the development. So that will just help us increase the speed of this. So we're actually at 0.1 before we were at like 0.03 or 4 or something. Another thing to do is we should try to increase our prestige ASAP. The higher prestige we have, the more income and also taxes we get from our vassals. So right now, our vassals are only providing 8% because of our level of fame. Okay, so we finished that war for my emperor title. So now that we have all that, we should be able to create that. Or we can't because I don't have enough legitimacy. I just need to host one event though for 800 legitimacy. Sorry, let's host a hunt so that we get prestige. Right, and we also got some more legitimacy. So now we should be able to create this emperor title, which we can. So great, so now we are emperor. That did take 62 years, but that was slow and steady with no real hiccups. So now my next goal is to unite the West Slavs. So I'm going to get these other titles in my lifetime. And then I will try to get the entire area of Slavia, which is huge. I'll probably have to go really nice and slow. Let's not forget to farm the Pope. Thanks again for the free prestige. Also, don't forget to convert your vassals. Giving hooks to indirect vassals is fine. Your vassals will slowly convert the realms to less peasant factions. That's a lot of men-at-arms, so he's a little scarier. He also has this, conqueror ally, that's probably why. Although I think conquerors have a big penalty to being called on war. Actually, he is already fighting a war, and he doesn't have his ally, so actually that confirms my suspicion. So let us return the hostage, and then let's go to war for... I don't really need that whole piece, let's just go to war for that. And yeah, his ally went to get milk, so we were able to sweep him. So let's just assess the situation here. You have a big tribal realm, so this could be a good target for a subjugation. This guy's feudal. We have some more tribal guys up here, some more tribal ones here. So maybe my plan could be I'll try to get rid of all the tribal ones in the area of Slavia, and then I'll convert to feudal and take on the feudal guys while I'm feudal. Because eventually this army advantage will run out because they're going to have too big of a holy order and too much gold with advanced innovations that's going to make their armies too strong. I saw Hungary was busy. It looks like he's defending against someone's claim. There's a dissolution war which he should win. There's also this tiny war that my vassal's attacking him for. So it might be a decent time. He does have a ton of vassals though. Maybe we can have our brother rule over it. Also get our brother back to work. Yeah, why not? Let's subjugate him, and let's see, his capital's there, so let's go near him for that, and then we'll present this as a little gift to our brother. Okay, so there we go. We won that subjugation. So now he's my vassals and I'm going to fight his wars. If I win, I get like nothing. This one is for the Duchy of Croatia. If I win, I get a good amount of gold. Okay, we don't want to fight there. Let's come around so we can fight on our castle instead. Alright, we should catch that one guy. He's going to try to help in vain. Okay, so we won that big battle. He controls the target which is there, so let's go take out that first. Okay, we won that, so now we should have ticking war score for controlling the war target. Alright, we won this, and we actually captured him, so we can ransom him for his gold, basically all of his gold. So yeah, now he should pay us money, and he goes into debt. Alright, let's revisit Bavaria. Let's get the duchy there, although let me conquer it, so there's no holy war stuff. So we should finish this soon and then we can fight him. We're sick and thankfully our son is of age. Let's actually have our son marry before we become the emperor. So let's take a look here. We have it on inheritable. So let's look for the one with the best genetics. There's a genius. That's pretty good. Okay, it would be nice to breed in genius. So we'll do it now. And since she's lowborn, we won't lose legitimacy since he's not a ruler yet. So it's perfect to do it before he becomes a ruler. All right, cool. We captured him, I think. He has a decent amount of gold. Actually, we can probably ransom his heir for all of his gold. Yep, and then we can still win this war. So let's take that. Okay, great. Next, let's revoke these hostile faith vassals. So if he declines, he's just gonna fight me alone. His capital's there. About this guy, I think we still have a truce, maybe. Yep. All right, so let's revoke against this guy. Let's have our troops right next to him, and we'll rush right for him. Okay, so we win here. All right, now we can revoke all of these. We can still revoke this because he's a hostile faith. And I could also even do a super war against all of these guys. So if I try to revoke, this guy will actually accept because he's content. All right, let me replenish some troops and then I'll try to do a super war. So first, let me grant my brother. He's Theocratic. Let's replace him. Let's grant my brother some of those titles, just not the kingdom title. And then, oh, he's still Theocratic somehow. Yeah, let's just take all those titles and give it to our brother. Revoke. Okay, cool. More people join. All right, we won that already. Imprison all those guys. Let's check our factions. They should all be down there. So let's take all his stuff. Looks like my brother died, and it looks like I somehow found a way to create a theocratic vassal. So it looks like if you just replace this guy with someone else and you immediately grant the titles to him before you pass time, it looks like you can create a theocratic vassal that way. All right, but we can create a theocratic kingdom of Hungary. They'll just pay us a ton of taxes all the time. Alright, we can take the Unite the West Slavs decision finally. Took a cool 90 years, but we did very slow and steady. So once I take this decision, I'll get a new de jure empire title with a new West Slavic empire. And I also get 1 military and 1 civic innovation. So let's unite the West Slavs. Alright, we're now known as the Wend. We discovered barracks and ledger, so that's pretty good. So I'm still on public works. We could adopt the feudal ways if we want to, but we're gonna save ourselves as tribal for now. To unite the actual Slavs, we're gonna need everything here. So pieces of Bavaria, all of Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, the rest of the pieces here. We need basically all of Russia. So I'm gonna probably conquer all of Russia and then we'll come swing back down here. Right, succession wise, so it won't split because we don't have enough, I think, to create this empire. So that's actually to our advantage. So it's good that we're not going to conquer more. Actually don't want to be too legit. So let's work our way down here. And it was at this moment I would make my biggest mistake. So I said my plan was to feudalize after I've conquered all the tribal rulers. So this would have been the perfect time, but instead I would forget for over 100 years. So don't be like me. You'll see that it's not bad in the beginning, but it's going to get really bad later. So I went for Croatia and I didn't get the hint when the sieges took 2 years. And because I was becoming a true warmonger, I went for Bulgaria next. Okay, there's smallpox. I was just gonna see if there's a disease here, and there is. That's kind of dangerous. Let's first just make sure succession, it would split. Oh, he would become the Emperor of Russia. I don't want that, so let's give this son the usual church treatment. Let's try too late for caution. All right, we're disfigured, unfortunately, but at least if I pass time, it should just be my son. And also before I die, let's make sure he marries someone good. All right, this one's pretty good, so let's do that. Alright, we died, so good thing I fixed that inheritance real quick. And faction-wise, it's just some peasants, 1 claimant maybe, but we have enough money to hire the entire mercenary stack, so I think we're fine. Alright, so we won that. Let's be nice to our brother, and then let me give you all of Bulgaria. Because, you know, I took your inheritance. Check our progress again. Still have everything here. Okay, now we just need to get this kingdom, this title, these small guys over here, and a few pieces here. Let's just go for this guy. I think, is that a holy order? Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, they have 140% damage. Okay, our counter actually makes it so the holy orders are weak, so okay, so that's good. And now Crusader King's 40k begins. To get Wallachia, I had to fight 7 defensive wars for the next decade. Some were big and tough, and I was only okay because I was still rich. So it took 10 years to get peace, and I decided to go for a duchy the same year, and in 6 months 2 wars were declared on me. I had to even white peace the duchy I was going after, because there's just too many wars. One war even lasted 17 years. On top of these lengthy wars, I had crusades that slowed me down as well. One thing to do when you're outnumbered is to send a few men to take a holding for some easy occupation score. Unfortunately, in the end, my military was too weak compared to these holy orders, so I lost Sorbia. Because Sorbia is de jure part of the West Slavia Empire, my vassals started hating me and I got more factions. So I had to put a pause on my genetics program and marry my kids for some alliances. Faction members just need to have less than +5 commitment and they will leave. Opinion is worth 2 times its amount, so this bribe will put him at +35 opinion, which is -70 commitment, and that means he will leave. If you also get vassals to 80 opinion, then they will leave a faction unless they've been forced. And you can see they're getting all their technology, so we're lagging now. Even though we look so big, we're not stronger. All of these guys are just peasants. The only thing saving me is I get a lot of income, so I can just buy mercenaries. Well, I definitely need Sorbia ASAP. I'm checking if any courtiers or vassals have a kingdom claim, which this guy does, so I can save my own kingdom holy war and invasion casus bellis. We can... okay, someone's attacking me. Nice. Okay, great. I captured him, so that's amazing. All right, get a courtier. So wow, would like to get the gold. I don't have time or the safety to take it slow. I don't think we'll get a hostage because it'll be landless. So let's take that. Okay. Okay, another attack. Another attack. Okay, there's another crusade. To cancel that crusade, we have to declare war on him here. I learned this from our viewer, so thank you. Alright, yep, the crusade fails instantly. Since it was almost 1100 and I was still tribal, I decided to attack for Bavaria. It was a mistake. The Byzantines immediately attacked for Bulgaria. Bavaria's holy order was also too strong, and it made me spend all 8,000 gold I was saving up. Although we did have some wins, I couldn't finish the war within 3 years because my onagers couldn't siege fast enough. So then I swapped my army to pure onagers to try to counter siege them, or at least a white peace. Somehow I did get lucky with a white peace, so I could focus on defending Bulgaria. Also, Bulgaria is nice because the sieges were lengthy, so I had a lot of time to go defend. And because it's mountainous, it was easy to defend. Like here I got 53 advantage for a bit, and even when he swapped commanders it was too late for him. And my pure onager army here was helping reverse the war score very quickly. But then another huge attacker came for me, so I had a white peace to focus only on one big war at a time. But since Burgundy was not bordering, I was able to successfully counter siege him. Croatia also had lengthy sieges, which helped me secure the bag. In the midst of war, I swapped to intrigue lifestyle because I didn't think I could finish Slavia through brute force. My target is the landless heir of Bavaria. And once I capture the son, next I start murdering the father, and when the murder's ready, I'll recruit the son. And then I'm gonna make him a king, so we're gonna give him this title. Let's just give him maybe this kingdom. 1 person will be transferred. How about Lithuania? 4 people will be transferred. Let's just do Serbia then. Now when his dad dies, we're gonna absorb Bavaria into our realm without any wars. Let's also feudalize now, so let's rank up our authority. Now let's adopt feudal ways. We can also found a holy order, so that is a big thing to help with us. Let's make sure the capital, it's in my capital, so that's good. Okay, so now we have our own little holy order that should have been building strength over time, but I was 100 years late. But importantly as well, all my vassals are feudal now. We should be all aligned. Before I was getting like a minus opinion because I was tribal and some were feudal. Also now that we're back to low crown authority, we're also getting opinion here, so things should be pretty stable now. And then I can also build more things as well. Let's maybe save like 2,000 gold. So I'm just going for things with all the gold, like farms and fields is usually one of the best. And then culture wise, we should now be progressing as well. Okay, chance is basically maxed out. Let's try it out. Okay, we failed, so we do have to abduct him. Let's try with 10. Failed. Let's just try it again. During a defensive war, the king of Bavaria died. So once his dad died, then our vassal inherited it. Now we have the full realm. I can definitely unite the Slavs. I can actually unite it right now. I do want to wait until we are in the early medieval era because this decision also unlocks 3 innovations, so that will really help us catch up. All right, and we got the new early medieval era. So let's quickly unite the Slavs. But I need to completely control the region. Did I lose it somewhere? I would find out later that occupied holdings during war count against total control, so I was able to break the occupations, but I couldn't achieve peace, so... Okay, let me unite the Slavs before I can't. We are early medieval, let's unite the Slavs while we're at war. So we discovered burrs, hereditary, and chronicle writing. That's really nice. So we're going to go for manorialism just so we can have the income, and the whole point of getting the industrious is so I could build windmills early. So that should boost our development. Empire title wise, now Slavia is this entire de jure. I'm not sure why West Slavia is this small empire. But yeah, I finally did it after 260 years. In the end, our guy who united the Slavs would fight the most defensive wars in our lineage. We were basically at war non-stop. You'll see in the beginning of our run, we were mostly on the offensive. Then you'll see over time, we became more and more defensive. Thankfully, after we feudalized, our holy order kept growing and I replaced our onagers for footmen since we weren't going to conquer anymore. I was also building up our domain and we were even able to win our first crusade. So my final litmus test for a successful run is to see if I can beat Genghis Khan. I got stalwart defenders and swapped most of my army for pikemen. I also started building barracks, and sooner than I'd like, I was under attack. And within 2 months, 2 other attackers as well. So we have 31,000 men with 8,000 pikemen, footmen, and horse archers. Right out the gate I'm behind because his sieging speed is ridiculous. So much so that I had to just chase him and fight in an unfavorable spot. And then we're gonna have to summon as many mercenaries as we can over here. Okay, I don't think we can fight him. It's way too many. Horsemen, let's do these. Okay. Oh yeah, we lost this war for sure. Okay. Well, that's the run. We lost everything. Yeah, couldn't catch up in time, unfortunately. Maybe I could have released these territories so he's not close enough to me, and then that way I have more time to build up my strength. But his horse archers are just so buffed up, and I fought in the worst area possible. And he did movements like down here when I thought he was going to come and fight me, but he wasn't. I lost my main holdings here, which is not good. I could like swear in and then like take him over, but that was it for me. But that's a hard lesson to learn. Do not feudalize too late. You're going to be in tribal and you're going to be weak. And yeah, that's it. Hope you learned some stuff along the way, and this was a pretty fun run, although it was probably the hardest run I've ever done. And also, this is my first video with music. Just let me know if it was bothersome or you liked it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe and give a like. It helps me tremendously, so thank you. Leave a comment if you have any questions or video requests. There's also a request list on my community tab that I'm working on. And thanks again from Bread God, and have a good day.